Welcome, this is Candace Sarney. I'm here with Joel Bruce Wallach, the inventor of Powerforms. Our subject today is body-mind oneness. So, Joel, before we get into talking about that, why don't you tell us, let's have a little talk about how you define body-mind oneness and some of the issues that come up with that.
I want to know, Candace, what body-mind oneness is to you. To me, here's an example of what it is, or maybe what it isn't. You're working at your job, you're focused on what you're doing, but you don't really have a sense of your body, you don't really have a sense of being, you have a sense of doing. So when we talk about body-mind oneness, and this is why it shows up with meditation, training, and things like this, or martial arts, they're always asking, are you in your core? Are you present? Are you here moment to moment? So there's something about being in the body, you're aware of your mind and aware of your body. Something about that must be in our definition of body-mind oneness.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me when you talk about it in those terms. Because I know sometimes I get so focused on a project that I'm like right in it, and I'm like totally aware that unaware that I haven't eaten in 6 to 10 hours, and I'm thirsty, and because I'm so engrossed in my mental being as opposed to taking care of my physical being too.
Yeah.
So,
So there's something good about being in your body and being in your mind at the same time. And because when we get into that doing state, it's so easy to get separated or get fragmented or get distracted. So anything that can help can bring you back to center. And the benefit, the objective of that, you literally feel better because your mind is working with your body. It's not just off on its own. That helps your body to feel more loved, more cozy, more centered. So
but I
whether
also
it's
think
just for your health or for any other reason.
I also think that it helps in um, grounding your mind so that your mind doesn't get too out there
Yes,
and
and
unfocused.
it potentially could even help your mind be more effective. And I know that when you're working on something, you think, I've got to focus, I've got to focus. If you're focusing without being aware of your body, ultimately you start to make bad decisions.
Well, and because you lose all of the intuition, all of the
Yes,
knowing and the understanding that comes with the physicality.
mm, that's important.
Yes, yes, yes.
Physicality, it's almost as if your body is an antenna and you can be more aware, more smart, more intuitive, even more rational.
Hmm.
Because your body's grounded. And when your mind is going, what about this? What about this? What about this? There's something in your body that will recognize, oh, here's the truth. Here's the deeper reality. So anyway, anything that brings you into your body so that your mind can work more effectively can bring you closer to body-mind oneness, which brings us to the neutral space plate, which
Right.
you see right here.
Hmm. Show us
Now, the
how
neutral
to do that,
space,
Joel.
the neutral space holds it's a low vibration in the best sense. I know that low vibes sometimes sound like what we don't want, but low and stable, or low and grounded,
Hmm.
more earthy. So the neutral vibration, and you can just place your thumbs like so, if you like, or you could just hold it in your hands or hold it like so, or just place it on your body. It slows you down just enough that your brain can work more effectively. And it helps to stabilize the body. And we didn't mention before, but should have, when the mind is racing, you might think, oh, I'm just leaving my body behind. But the body is kind of nervous because it's it's like a child, and the adults aren't paying any attention to the child, and so the child starts to get kind of nervous or insecure.
Well, and
So
that's part of like I think what comes with anxiety
Mm,
I mean, there's all these other things that happen when
mm,
when you're not whole. I mean, if you're
right.
just being
Yeah.
in your head or just being in your body, you're not really being whole. You're being
Mm.
segmented.
That's a good way to put it. When the body and mind are segmented, the body feels uncertain and perhaps tense, but the mind, not being grounded, starts getting too revved up. And at first, you can fool yourself into thinking, oh, well, I'm getting smarter. I'm really focused. But you can also make ungrounded decisions because you aren't using the intuition of the body. So, something that helps stabilize you lets you literally experience the oneness of body and mind. And then you start to realize, and this is where it gets a little bit more metaphysical, mind is throughout the body, but perhaps body or some part of your physicality exists throughout your mind as well. And so we start to recognize these are not two different things. These are two elements or aspects of the one self that you are, and it makes it easier to recognize that you are this one self that includes your physical and includes your mental aspect. And when those are in accord, it's easier to be in alignment with your soul, which brings in the spiritual aspect. So there's a lot of potential here with something as simple as slowing down, experiencing neutrality, and experiencing the unity of body and mind.
So, is there, besides just holding the plate, is there something you can do with maybe bringing your body and mind together with the neutral space?
Yes. When I say that mind is in the head, some people will say, well, mind is infinite, mind is everywhere. However, because so much of the thinking focus does literally bring a lot of our mind energy into our brain, into our head, it could be useful, as you were suggesting, to move the plate up and down. And when you do that, you start to equalize the pent up energy in the brain with the rest of the body.
Mm-hmm.
So the neutral space plate is the perfect tool to do that with because it is holding the energy of neutrality. And in fact, with any of the power forms, you could be doing the same exercise. But if you're going for stability, neutrality, neutral space plate, probably an excellent tool to use.
Wow, Joel.
All I'm doing is just integrating, and I am doing a little bit of visualization. I'm imagining that the plate is flowing right through my body.
I kind of visualize it like a beam of light.
Hmm? Yeah, smoothing out the beam of light between the head and the body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Joel, thank you so much. I know that's going to help everyone who gets to see this video.
Thank you so much, Candace.
Until next time.
Until next time.